Hi, my name is Harish Iyer, and you're listening to The Harish Iyer Show on Qweed.in. Well, every week I bring to you stories about sex, sexuality, and gender. This week, I have something on the agenda which might seem as something that's positive and promising, but indeed it is not. I'm going to be speaking about the transgender bill that was discussed in Parliament today. Today, as in Monday. I'm recording this on Monday. This bill might soon become an act, but it is not something to rejoice about because it's extremely myopic in its approach. पहली चीज़ तो ये कि जब पार्लियामेंट में डिस्कस हुआ, everyone else apart from Congress, BJD and NCP were focused on stalling the parliament. इतना important bill का discussion हो रहा है and people were focused on stalling the parliament. Still, the love of my life, Shashi Tharoor spoke up, Supriya Sule spoke up, and a gentleman from Biju Janata Dal, our old friends, they spoke up. They wanted a debate, a discussion, a better understanding of transgenders before they passed the bill. But you guess what? They passed the bill without much of a debate or a discussion. Now, what are the gaps? One big gap is that there is going to be a group that decides whether a transgender is a transgender. In my opinion, a transgender knows if the transgender is a transgender. No one else can know. And you don't need a certificate from someone else to decide that you're a transgender because you know yourself. You're self-identified as a transgender if you're a transgender. बट नहीं, अभी तो पूरा ग्रुप डिसाइड करेगा, कमिटी बैठेंगे और वो कमिटी के लोग डिसाइड करेंगे वेदर अ ट्रांसजेंडर इज अ ट्रांसजेंडर, विच इज़ वियर्ड, रियली वियर्ड. ऑल्सो देयर नीड्स टू बी welfare committees in every state. There needs to be a transgender welfare board in every state, a functional transgender welfare board in every state. Is that existent? Well, I would want you to research and let me know. One of the arguments is that if we have to give benefits to transgenders, then अगर certify नहीं करेंगे तो benefits के लिए हर कोई आ जाएगा. Fair point. But वो verification तो can be through your own personal psychologist also. As long as there's a certificate, people shouldn't be bothered. And there should be no welfare committee or some board that actually certifies you as a transgender. If your own psychologist does it, it's a different thing. Ideally, it should all be self-identified. आधे से ज़्यादा लोगों को तो पता ही नहीं है कि ट्रांसजेंडर क्या होता है, इंटरसेक्स क्या होता है. They don't have any freaking clue. And definitely the guys in the parliament don't have any clue of what exactly a trans man is. Who exactly a trans man is. They know transgenders mostly as hijras. Of course, transgenders are hijras. Hijras are transgenders, but it's not just hijras, not just people from the hijra community. There needs to be more awareness. And only after you discuss with a wide range of people from the transgender community should you be allowed to table a bill. I mean to say, how can you decide about someone without discussing about them with them? It's absurd, right? Well, That's our parliament. It is absurd. I would like to thank Shashi Tharoor and Supriya Sule and BJD, of course. And of course, Faye D'Souza for having a show full of transgenders, because what Faye D'Souza understands, Faye D'Souza, the editor of Mirror Now, understands is what the parliament needs to understand as well. Nothing about us without us. Nothing about transgenders without transgenders. If we just have that one focus that we will discuss with the group when we are formulating rules, regulations, policies for the group, if we just follow that one principle, I think all our lives would be happier. Well, I'll speak more about these issues and more issues in the coming weeks. Till then, goodbye. Keep listening to Qweed.in and keep listening to the Harish Iyer Show. Thank you and goodbye.